There's a question of my heart. You got it. It don't belong to anyone but you. Hey, if that's a question of my love.
What up, everybody? It's Tay. I think the hand thing again.
It's okay. It's May.
And we're back. How everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. We're 4 days away from Christmas, 4 or 5 days away from Christmas.
Yep.
And
5 days.
Oh yeah, 5 days from Christmas. And we thought about just going over our perspectives of what it was like when we met each other. What it was like when we first thought about what that looked like, I guess. It was, I don't think either one of us expected it. And as you probably don't know, we've been together a total of 17 years.
Boy, you know how many.
17 years. 17 years. We've been married for 12 of those 17 years. And so my point of view may be a little different than how her point of view may be, but you know what I'm saying? We'll see based on how this goes. We both know how we met, but I don't know if we went through the play-by-play with it. And that may be a little different, and she may not remember some of the stuff. No, I'm just playing. But no, where would you say we would start with where we met, how we met? Is it like,
I don't know, because you say different than I said.
Yeah, it was twice. Like we didn't officially meet, but we saw each other, I guess you would say. The first time would be senior year of high school. I guess she seen me first, because that would have been my first day. And I guess you can get that perspective on what that was. And don't go too hard on my shoes now. I ain't no sneakerhead. I'll be the first to say.
We don't need no disclaimers.
All right,
I'm
no
gonna tell you
disclaimers. No
exactly
disclaimers.
how I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
All
right, and we real with it, so hey, don't judge us, because we good where we at.
So, I'm from Chattanooga. He's from California. So, we went to Howard High School. I went all 4 years, but you were like only like a semester.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last semester, senior year.
So, I was in English class. I can't even remember her name, but I remember being in there. It was like the beginning of the school day, and we just was sitting there, and then there was a new kid coming through the class, and I was like, like, oh, that's a new kid. And immediately I thought, oh, he's nice. He's nice looking, but we had an issue. There was an issue with these shoes he had on. I was like,
everybody wore these shoes. They wasn't no issue. She just was hating. And I have I wear size 15 shoes, so they probably did a little bigger.
Nobody was wearing these shoes at this time.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
We have to agree to
Why do
disagree.
you have to say that? You know damn well nobody else had them shoes on.
A lot of people was rocking them.
Where?
In the city, everywhere.
What part of the city?
Throughout the city. All right, go ahead. What was the problem with my shoes now?
So, the problem, and I'm grown now, so I get the perspective now. We've been through all of that. Like, I don't care.
No disclaimers.
I don't care
no
about shoes
disclaimers.
Like that. But this is a teenage mindset.
Yeah, okay, let's just go with it then.
It was the felines.
Everybody,
They were the high top black suede felines.
No.
Were they? Oh, they were the maroon.
The maroon Jones to go with the
That makes it
maroon
even
polo.
worse.
Come on, I had the felines to go with every polo color I had. Okay, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
You really defending this right now?
Yes, I'm standing by my felines in 2007. Yes, I am standing on it.
And so, me, I was a little different. I was definitely into the shoes and the Jordans, and I was like, got on? Where's these shoes he got on? Like I'm a teenager, young and dumb, and like to this day, I couldn't tell you where none of my shoes at. But it was like a fashion show at school. Like you had to have the best, especially in the urban city. Like that's all we do. We try to dress up to impress the next person. So I'm looking like, wow, these shoes is out of control. Like what are these shoes? But
I'm gonna stay on the shoes now.
yeah, because that's
shoes
the important.
was on point.
That's an important thing.
Like, the felines, they was going with the man. All right, go ahead.
So yeah, so that's when I first saw him, and then like I would see him through school, like just through the hallway, as far as I can remember. Like we never spoke to each other. I never had. I know, but I don't ever remember a conversation. It was nothing to talk about. Like we was just at school, you know.
And that's where my part comes in, ma'am. Because she say we never talk to each other. That's not true. Well, she didn't talk. I tried, y'all. I feel like Jordan back in the day with the cross. I shot my shot, and when I tell you, hey, how you doing? Walked off on me like I was invisible. I'm talking. I'm like,
but the conversation
you get
always
that look
goes
around.
back to, did I even hear you? Because you're very soft-spoken. Like, there is, like, so much noise in the hallway. If it's the hallway, I don't know. If it was in the hallway, if it was in the cafeteria. If it's in the hallway, there is kids back and forth, running back and forth, screaming and hollering. Like, it is so loud. Howard is ratchet. Like, it's loud. Everybody's laughing and talking. It's loud. So if I'm talking to somebody or if I was by myself, I don't know. But either way, I don't know if I heard you or not. Like, what was my, like, did I look and look away?
Looked and looked away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there ain't no excuse, y'all.
I don't know.
I'm talking about,
remember.
I went up for that and Matumbo, she hit me with the, but.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so then we started working at Convergys. We were both aides.
Company names like that.
Yes, he's not even a company anymore, is he?
No, I guess they not.
What? I don't know what it's called now. But so that was like my first grown-up job. Like, I felt like I was really like making money, $9 an hour. So I was like,
yeah,
you know, you feel like you're at a professional call center, like, even though it was the most wretched place ever. Like, I felt like I had an adult job, and like we used to catch the bus, getting back and forth to work. Back and forth to work. So, like, what? Like, I think like we never really said anything to each other.
No.
But
that one day, and a little bit of backstory. I always hung out with two. I had two homegirls. We was always together from training throughout whatever. And one day, Janae came in, and I remember I always do. I just do stupid stuff sometimes, y'all. I just say stuff randomly just to get a reaction. Sometimes I do. I'll admit it. So just out of nowhere, I'm like, oh my God, did that hurt? And like, she didn't know what was going on. We had never really spoken. I was like, did that hurt? And she was like, what? I said, when you fell from heaven. Yeah, hey! Y'all know that. But it was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. I know, but I was just being childish.
Well,
it wasn't supposed to be it wasn't no shooting shot. I was just being childish. Because I knew who she was. I remember when she swerved at school, so I wasn't going to come with that approach no more. So I was like, let's just do something to get a reaction.
Let's do something to see if it works, and then if it don't,
at least I don't look crazy again. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even remember that. Like, what part? Like, was we working or like?
Yeah. You were starting your shift because you were coming to a computer. We had already been there. Me and Keisha and Misha were already there. And
wow, that was a long time.
That was a long time ago. And her response was, "Boy, shut the y'all know up." And that is all I needed to hear. I sat down with Keisha Misha. I said, hey, y'all, I'm going to marry her.
What kind of response do you want from that, though? Like,
I
really? What?
really, like, people could have been polite and be like, you stupid, stop playing anything. But with the most serious of faces, she just, boy, shut the fuck up. And when I tell you, it just matched because she wasn't there for appearances. You know, everybody come to these so-called grown jobs. She was there. I ain't gonna lie. Her ponytail was looking rough that day. It was her natural element. And no matter what us fellas say, any fellas say, a woman in her natural element is beautiful. And when she did that and she said that, it was just her.
It really turned you on.
No, she lied. It wasn't even on that type of time. I just told him, I said, hey, I told my homegirls, I said, hey, I'm gonna marry her.
Did you really?
I did. And it was funny because Keisha used to give me so many problems because I would never talk about being in a serious relationship. Mm-hmm. I would, you know what I'm saying, date, I guess, but nah. And then, I mean, yeah, we would catch the bus. We would catch the city bus. I would get off before her. I remember because my neighborhood, you had to go downtown, I think, to change buses.
I don't remember us getting off the bus together. I always remember us getting on the...
Getting to work.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. But I remember once or twice.
So when did you get your car then?
Like right after that. Like it was like literally I only seen you on the bus like a week or two before I got my car.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And so then one day, we're working. I'm working facing this way. She's working right behind me, facing the other way. And she's on the phone. Thank you for calling. Blah blah blah. May I have the phone number on that account? And I just turned around and I said my phone number. And just being cheesy. I told y'all I just be wanting reaction sometimes from her. You know what I'm saying? And I thought she ignored me. She didn't say nothing. She didn't really glance over, look, or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. And after her call ended, she turned around and she was like, what'd you say your phone number was? And I was like, I started panicking. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, Curry. No, I'm just playing. But I was just like, so I gave her my number. And
you have a great memory. I don't remember all this stuff.
Yeah, long-term memory. I can't tell you what happened earlier today. But I don't know what happened earlier. But, then nothing came from that day. But like the next day or two, I remember. Now, hindsight, I need y'all to realize something too. One thing about my wife is that she is loving, she cares. Like her emotions are peaked. Like when she is having fun, you gonna know. When she's upset, you gonna know all this good stuff. But at this time, we're young. I'm 19, you're 18. And I don't got no kids at this time. I ain't got no relationship. I just got this car. I'm pretty sure she thought I had something. I had a 1999 Chevy Lumina. I'll never forget. Burgundy. That's the same color as the felines when she first seen me while she playing. Burgundy. But what happened? She thought I don't know what she was thinking, but I'm from the hood. You know what I'm saying? We had our struggles growing up, so my checks went to helping pay bills and doing whatever at the house with my mom and my little brother. And I don't know if she just knew I didn't have kids or whatever, so she thought I had some kind of money. She thought I had some kind of money, y'all. I was broke. And I remember that next day after getting my number, or next day or two, I was going to lunch. And she was like, where you going? So I'm heading to lunch. She was like, where you going? I was like, I don't know. She's like, can you bring me back some crystals? I was like,
you have a memory. What?
I said,
crystals?
Yeah, crystals. You said, can you bring me back some crystals? I was like, I left, went to lunch, came back, sat down, about to get back to work. And you said, where my crystals at? And I remember saying,
Oh, I got the same feeling. You didn't bring crystals?
I didn't bring crystals.
Wow.
And I was on my tough stuff that day, y'all. I said, oh, I ain't no baker. I ain't caking you. I remember to this day. And she was like, oh. And she didn't talk to me the rest of that day. Matter of fact, she didn't talk to me for a couple days after that, y'all.
I'm probably gonna stop talking to you right now. Why you didn't bring me no crystals? Was you trying to make a point or something?
So it was yes, I definitely was trying to be on some, she ain't about to use me for no money, and I ain't even had none, y'all. I was just on some tough stuff that day. I don't know.
Well, I think, was you buying me lunch sometime?
No, not then. Not by that time. This was the first time.
Oh, it was the first time.
Yeah, this was the first time. And I remember we didn't have, like, it wasn't no mean or nothing like that. She just, I guess she called herself understanding, but she was just like, oh, type of time. So I just seen her, I think you were at the bus stop.
Okay.
And that's when I pulled up, I offered her a ride home. I gave her a ride home. And that day it was just take her home, cool. I dropped her off. And then it slowly progressed from there. Like, I would take you to work.
You have a memory. I don't remember any of this.
That's crazy. My grandkids gonna be like, what happened, Mima? And she gonna be like, I don't know, baby.
I don't remember all those details.
Yeah, I remember the details.
Crazy.
When I fell for you.
You remember not buying me crystals.
I do remember not buying crystals.
That's crazy.
I remember right after that, I asked you to go to the movies.
Wow.
I asked her if she would go on the date with me, go to the movies, make, you know what I'm saying, official date or whatever.
That's
and
crazy.
I knew, now mind y'all, for some reason I had this childish mentality.
Because you were a child?
I was a child at this time. I was 19, but that was real childish even then for that age. And I was just like, I told her, I was like, yeah, let's go to the movies or whatever. And I remember she told me, she was like, you gonna cancel. And I think it had to do with the crystals, y'all. She just, in her head, she was like, you gonna cancel. You ain't trying to go for real. I was like, no, I'm trying to go for real. Let's just go to the movies. And I remember she challenged my flex because I definitely was planning on canceling. I feel like because no, this time I wasn't. I was planning on canceling.
For what?
Because I was like, I feel like I wasn't trying to be like the other guys. The other guys was taking girls out, spending all this money, this and that. I wanted to really get to know somebody before I start spending money. Why would I offer the movies? I don't know. I don't know why I offered that.
Wow, you really starting to pull
But
some.
yes, I'm gonna be.
I'm gonna be getting spoken to today. Like what?
She gonna start speaking me again. But she told me, she said, if you cancel, you gotta pay for my hairdo.
Oh
my next
there's
hairdo.
no way you have this much memory.
Yes,
There's no way. I don't remember any of this.
Yes, and I remember. I said, what kind of hairdo? I said, no, it don't even matter because I ain't canceling. And you was like, nah, I want some micros. I remember to this day. Y'all remember the little micro braids? Them was what, 200, 250 back in the day. And she wanted that hairdo if I canceled. The day we were supposed to go to the movies.
We broke, Joe.
I called and I canceled. What is it? You come in here, what up, buddy? All right, man. Our youngest came in the room and said he wanted some time, so we had to take a little second to get him situated. But where were we at? What was I saying?
You were saying how you was trying to stand me up.
I wasn't trying to stand her up. It wasn't like we were meeting. I was gonna pick her up, all this stuff. I called her ahead of time, way before time for the movie. I told her the belt on my car broke and I had to get my belt replaced. And she said, oh, well, that counts as a cancel, so you got to pay for my next hairdo.
Wow.
And when I tell you, I was like, oh, okay, well, what time you work tomorrow? Let me take you to work. So
There
that
you
day, that next day, I picked her up. I took her to work. On the way there, she wanted to go to Taco Bell. And we're in line. And one thing about my wife is that me personally, when I'm going to a restaurant, I start thinking ahead of time. Okay, what am I gonna want there? My wife is never gonna do that, y'all. She's gonna get to the menu board and be like, "Oh, we're here. One moment, and
No,
now
I don't.
yes,
I
you
don't
gotta
do
start
that.
looking at the menu
Most of
board
the time,
as
I know
soon.
what I want.
That's because it's the same thing typically,
Exactly.
and that's the next part of what I'm about to tell them.
Okay.
And so she's looking through here, and I think she was holding a little bit of a grudge from me canceling the movies because she really went to the most expensive thing. And it wasn't expensive, but it was the most expensive thing. And so she was like, all right, I want that steak bowl. And she had never had it. She had it. And this is another thing my wife does. When she likes something, she wants that something every single day. Right now, we're on the little PB Swizzles from Smoothie King every single day. And so after that, every day, we would go to Taco Bell, get her steak bowl, and
They need to bring
take her
them
to
back.
work.
They don't have them anymore.
They don't. They don't. They hadn't had them in years,
Yeah.
like over a decade, I think. But
Yeah, that would be nice. If
Yeah.
they brought them back. That would be.
absolutely. And if Taco Bell, if y'all ever want to sponsor, you know what I'm saying? Hit your boy up, you know what I'm saying? We bring the bowls back. We'll eat them on
We'll eat
camera. But and from there it went from picking her up to take her to work every day, going to Taco Bell, to on the way out, even on off days, I'm picking her up from work, taking her home, and we would.
When did we officially be like, say, like, I mean, I know the date, but where in that timeline where it was like, hey, we go together now?
That's where I was headed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was the Taco Bell was first. You had to get you also you a few bowls before you let me call you my girlfriend. Now,
You gotta eat. You gotta feed the girl. Like, what?
yeah,
You gotta feed her, girl. Like, you can't just be like, hey, we go together. You ain't fed her. Come on now.
yeah,
That's essential.
facts. And
If
I
you
can
can't feed
honestly,
me, what we doing?
yeah,
I gotta eat.
you gotta eat, and you know what I'm saying. I ain't mad because I'm gonna eat too. Can't miss no meals.
Exactly.
But after that, it started becoming more of giving her rides home, and it was never on no rush. You know what I'm saying? Everything seemed like we had time. You know what I'm saying? You know, and nowadays everything's so fast paced. Even then, everything was so fast paced. Like everybody was either going together quick or
We went together quick. Wasn't it
did.
like a month?
well, I would say no, it was a couple months. It was a couple months. No,
Okay.
it would have to been like 3-4 months because we started talking in January, like
Oh,
giving you
wow.
ride home and different things like that, and we didn't start going together till April.
Oh, okay.
And
I don't know. This is crazy. I don't know. I'm gonna take your word for it because I really don't know.
I remember, I just know that we would, I would take you home. We would just talk, and it starts off, you know, as the childish games. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite number? The middle name, all that stuff. Then it slowly becomes quizzing each other on what we know about each other, and then it starts getting a little deeper. Just more of what are you passionate about? Who are you? Who am I? Our upbringings, our thought processes on family, and our conversations. I think you would get off work around 9. I would take her home and we would just sit in the car in front of her house and talk till like 4 or 5 in the morning. And I think the more we realized that we were two people who were far from healed. You know what I'm saying? We were too two more broken people. You know what I'm saying? And it was just more of, hey, I respect that, and it was you know what I'm saying. And as Phyllis know, we don't like to open up. Communication is definitely not my strong piece. We know. We'll get into that. Me and you both know communication ain't my strong piece, so we know. Okay. And so, but it was easy to talk to her. It was like, it was one of the situations where you didn't feel like she was going to use it against you. It was like she genuinely cared. What's up, buddy?
Joe is not going to sleep.
Yeah, our youngest said, we ain't going to have this video today. And so,
Really,
we would
Joe?
just talk. You want me to set you up in the other room, JoJo?
Yeah, you're going to have to.
Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe we can finish it up. So, what were we talking about? See, I can remember that 17 years ago, but 5 minutes ago, I don't know.
We were talking about, like, how you were, like, we talked a little bit, maybe 4 months. You said January. We actually started going together in April. So just that timeline, and pretty much we were talking about food.
We talked about food. We did talk about food. I think we were talking about just our conversations. And
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, I mean, you
like you were saying, just being able to open up to each other, and like extremely long conversations, like 4 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 5, 6 in the morning. Then just kind of going to sleep, getting right back, you know, like talking again. Like, it was just those moments where you felt like, this is, like, I'm not enjoying life if you're not around. Like, if I'm not talking to you, if we ain't hanging out, then I'm just kind of going through the motion. But yeah, so that's the beginning. I learned a lot. That's crazy that I don't remember so much of this stuff. But about the money situation, I was young and dumb, like literally trying to see who I can get some money out of. And when I realized that he didn't have no money,
broken.
I'm talking about, like, I was like, oh, he got money. I saw you with like cards, like credit cards. I was like, oh, I ain't never seen no credit card. Like, first of all, we both from the hood. Like, we are from the bottom. So, oh, he got a credit card. He got his own car. He told me he had his own house, which technically, depending on how you look at it, right? But it was like he had his own house, own car. And I'm like, oh, he's established. So I was like, let me see what I can get out of this situation. But what happens is God finds a way to show you his glory in that situation, because literally I was thinking that I was doing something, like, oh, I'm getting this and that. Really, I was getting some food. Did you ever pay for my hair?
Girl, 1,000,000 times over after 17 years.
No,
we done got a lot of hairdos since then.
I'm talking about the micros. Did I get some or no?
Probably not.
I don't think so.
I don't think she got the micros out of me.
Okay. I'll probably have to get them later.
No, she already done got it.
But, so just really understanding that when God's in the midst of it, it's not a game. Like, you may think you're playing this game and, oh, I got this and I'm doing this. In reality, once I realized, oh, he's struggling. Like, he's
out here grinding, trying to get it.
Like, we over here trying to go to the restaurant or whatever, and like, I'm having to pay my own food.
Man, she ain't paid no own
I did.
food.
When
you paid your own food.
Remember you
Where?
used to say, if I paid, I would get the little cheap thing, and if you paid,
Yeah. Oh, now that is true. If she wanted to go, say it was one of them days right before payday, I'd be like, I'm messed up right now. She'll go to Taco Bell and get 2 crunchy tacos and a
water.
Yeah. Like, what happened to the steak bowl? She was gonna wait till I was paying that day for the steak bowl, y'all.
Oh, for sure. That's it. I'm very cheap. I'm very cheap with money now, especially now with 4 kids. I am cheap. So it was a learning lesson for me, and what I realized is no matter how much you think you're in control, you're not in control. At that point, we were already in love, and it didn't matter about the money anymore. It really didn't. Like, I was already like in love, and we were going to figure it out together. Like, I just love to tell that story because it came from so much young-mindedness, and actually it's kind of relevant in this day and age because there is so many women out here that's looking for somebody to take care of them, and I completely understand that, but it's also, what is he doing for you, not just materialistic, but what is he doing for your mental? What is he doing to take care of you emotionally? Like providing, not just a bag. Everybody wants a bag, or they want some wigs, or whatever the case is. But what is he doing for you, and like as a source of your whole being? Like, what is he doing to provide for you? And is it going to be more than just a hangout, or is it like y'all really trying to build something? Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm so disconnected, but at the same time, I do understand it in a sense, I can understand. Because if you come from an environment where we came from, where we really don't have nothing, like, you trying to find a come up, you trying to make sure that you find somebody to take care of you. I get that. But at the same time, it's the way we're going about it. It's just the way that we're seeking it. It's not like biblical at all. It's really just, oh, I'm gonna just go find somebody to pay my bills, and they gotta make this certain amount of money to even talk to me. And I mean, in reality, how many people are actually getting what they think they're getting out of that? Like, nobody. Really, you just end up heartbroken, disappointed. Because these men they're not stupid. They're catching on, they're catching on to the game that these women decide to play. So, yeah, at this point, we're like realizing, like, wow, it's really us against the world. Like, we got in the moment where I was pregnant with our first kid, and like we had to figure out things very, 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 very soon. Like, this is reality. We have to figure this out together, and it just, but it just built us as adults. Like, that was like from teenage to like adulthood.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that another thing is that, as I will speak for us fellas, a lot of times we understand what we're looked at as. And it's one thing, even if I have $1 million, if I'm willing to spend 1,000 on you, that really don't really mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? If I get you these shoes or this purse or whatever, it don't mean anything. But when you find that safe space, and you find that person that you know you want to build with, you can have $100. You willing to give the 100 to it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, to that situation.
And it's vice versa. Like,
yeah,
you have to be willing to give too. Like, it's not all about, oh, I'm gonna take, and like, what are you adding to? What value are you adding to the person that you're with? Like, we have been through a lot of like money issues, and like it won't stop us from being together because like we have a very firm foundation. Like, we're not going anywhere. We're not. The money is not gonna make or break us.
Yeah.
So, but it's just funny to bring that up because like I literally forgot about a lot of that stuff. But yeah, it's part of our story. So.
And y'all learning with her. She's
I'm
learning with
learning.
y'all about the crystals and what my thought processes for
Might
the
have to go
movies
get me
and the
some
crystals.
And go to the movies
Oh
tonight.
Lord, we're
They gonna
going to
give me
get
some
crystals
micros
and
in the
movies and the
morning.
micros and everything that was promised pre-kids.
And what's crazy is now like
rocking micros right now would be wild.
they're actually coming back.
Don't do
I
it.
think they're called the $1 Million braids, something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I say that to say, be aware of who you're building with. Be conscious and be open to understanding that it may not all happen now. It may happen later, and there's going to be peaks and valleys in that ride, because this is not easy. We will tell you 1,000,000 times over in upcoming videos that I'm not easy to deal with. She's not easy to deal with sometimes. Yeah, I knew it. I knew I was getting that, but it's real.
I'm not easy to deal. Sometimes I'll be sick of myself. I'm like, girl, shut up. You really need to hush. Like,
but be willing to build. So, our youngest decided he wants to be in today's video. You got it. You want it? You got it. No, you don't want it? I can have it. Oh, I'm going with him. So I guess we're gonna call it a night, y'all. Thank everybody for being here. Stay blessed. Merry Christmas. We'll probably be here before Christmas, of course. And I'm Tay.
I ain't finna do
Oh, we're not
every
doing it every time. Oh, we did say that. We said
Golly.
that 2 videos ago.